everyone, it's Amber and welcome to another manga video. Feels like a long time since I've actually said that. I think I need to address some things right off in the beginning. It has been quite a while since I've made a manga video or YouTube video, and if you can't tell already, my setup has basically changed. Last year, about the time that I stopped making videos, I started the process of moving from my prior house, which meant that I had to completely put all of my manga away, and it really resulted in me just not buying much manga. I didn't want to go through and start buying all these new series and getting all these books when I already had like over 700 volumes packed up away. So my manga collection definitely I don't feel like has grown that much. There are a few new series that when I was in the process of moving I had to get. So that is one of the reasons why I've been away. Number two is the stress of it all. I've definitely had a lot of difficulties as of lately, and I'm very thankful for the people that have continued to be with me and talk to me and all that stuff. I think without them I probably would have left the anime community and probably given it all up. But, so I still have my full collection, and like I said, one reason I haven't also made videos is I've been in my new house for probably 5 months. But with the whole thing going on right now, I haven't been able to really purchase much volumes, which I didn't really want to do a monthly video with only like 5 volumes for people. Just didn't make sense to me, and I didn't think many people would want to watch it. And the last thing, I really don't know what I'm going to do with this channel moving forward. I'm still buying volumes, it's just like until the world kind of steadies out, I don't think I'll be able to go out and buy as many. And so I may look at doing something else with this channel, as in maybe posting a few like singing things, because I do sing a lot. I'm not certain, so I'll just have to see. But to the video everyone's been waiting for, this is my 2020 collection. I'm gonna say it's pretty similar to when I moved in, so probably like January collection if you want to say, even though it's like May or whatever. But yeah. So let's jump in. Most of these collections, when I had first filmed this in January, a lot of these things were up to date. No longer, they are no longer. So I'm not going to say if they're complete or not. I'm just going to basically go through pretty quickly, give my thoughts, and if there's any that really stand out. So this one I have right here, this shelf, is what I'm considering my favorites. Probably some series that I really do enjoy and love. So I had to start it off with Attack on Titan, volumes 1 through 29. Then I have Dead Man Wonderland, 1 through 13. This will forever be one of my favorites. Also has my one and only waifu, Shiro. Over here, I have Devil's Line, 1 through, hard to see, but 1 through 13. And Devil's Line was one I picked up when I was moving, and I actually really enjoyed it. Didn't think I would, but I highly recommend it. I mean, it's surprisingly good. I think the anime is iffy, but I do enjoy this. Mature, has a good romance. I'd recommend it. Coming down to here, I have volumes 1 through 20 of Noragami. I don't need to say anything about this one. Volumes 1 through 11 of Platinum End. I really enjoy this series. Keeps getting better. I think it should be close to finishing. If not, then I think the quality will kind of go a little weird. Then I have, well, even though this is kind of slanted, volumes 1 through 11 of the Requiem of the Rose King. This is one I've talked about a lot. It's a shoujo, but definitely dark, definitely for a mature audience. But it's historical fantasy, and that is my favorite genre, so love this one too. Then I have volumes 1 through 6 of Smoke and Parade. Smoke and Parade is by the same people who did Dead Man Wonderland. So, I mean, it's better, it's more mature, more dark, more gory, and definitely would recommend that one as well. Then I have volume 1 of Toilet Bound, Hanako-kun, which it's a lot of weird angle. I've actually read a lot of this manga online, and I can say that a lot of people would probably enjoy it, and if you don't have it already, then you really need to pick it up. So, before I get into these volumes, and I have to say, my cats are also in this room too, so you may hear some things or see some things. But I have a few art books. So I have an art book of Golden Wind that if I really wanted to I could show stuff from it, but then I have this art book which I cannot show stuff from. And then I have a few things like a few JoJo stickers. Let me change my hands. A few JoJo prints. I'm trying to quickly go through Tokyo Ghoul print. I've definitely, I would say, have been collecting a lot of JoJo stuff. Banana fish. So then I'm going to quickly just show these. I have a huge collection of keychains that used to be in my wallet, and then I had to take them off when I went to the airport. I just haven't put them back on. So look at all my keychains. It's really funny when I'm in public. And this one's from Scum Villain, which most people shouldn't know. Motozushi. Another JoJo. Another JoJo. Levi. Kageyama. Another Kageyama. Another JoJo. Quite a lot of JoJo keychains. It's kind of like one of these things from the people that if you just bought like kind of like a set, and they also have like the backs, but this one, a Yato keychain, and there's actually a keychain over here that the other one's away because it's broken, but I got this one as a gift. Another Levi, and then this one, which I said, this is a banana fish one, and then I have the matching one of Eiji as a fish, but it is broken right now. But so that was a quick kind of like some of my keychains. I have more. Those were just the ones that I have laying over here. But on the last thing of my favorites, I have Vinland Saga volumes 1 through 10. I think that if you haven't read Vinland Saga, you definitely need to. You know, I think the later portions of Vinland Saga maybe don't have as much action as like the first couple volumes, but the story gets better, the characters get better, and honestly, I think the second portion's even better than the first. So if you haven't read Vinland, please do. You will not regret it. Amazing artwork. I mean, I don't know what more you could want from a manga series. Okay, so moving over here is my shoujo josei kind of shelf. So I'm going to quickly go through, same thing. I have 1 to 2 of Incurable Case of Love, 1 through 6 of Ayo Haru Ride, Volume 1 of Become You, Volume 1 and 2 of Dawn of the Akana, which is one I'm going to be collecting very soon, 1 through 4 of Daytime Shooting Star, 1 through 9 of Dream and Sun. This is 1, technically, through 9 of Everyone's Getting Married. I have a lot of extra volumes for this one because I found them for cheap and you had to buy all of the volumes. So, yeah. Maybe I'll do like a giveaway with them. They don't really have a purpose, but I do know this one's complete because I just finished this one. 1 through 8 of Hatsuharu. 1 through 12 of Horimiya. 1 through 11 of Inubaku SS, which I've had this completed forever, just have not read it. So I guess I need to one day. 1 through 5 of Kokiro Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. 1 through 9 of Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. 1 through 14 of LDK. I have volume 1 of Love Me Not, which is a new one. So I didn't put it like in the shelf yet because I'm not certain if I'm collecting it. 1 through 3 of Love and Focus. And then 1 through 3 of Snow White and the Red Hair, which I'll probably pick this up slowly. It's not a priority. I'd like to have it, but I don't really care. 1 through 6 of Shortcake Cake. Now one of my favorites. 1 through 14 of Takane and Hana. If you haven't read it, please do. It has a lot of comedy, has a good romance. I mean, this is like one of my favorite shoujos. 1 through 6 of The Ancient Magus Bride, which I will be collecting. I finished the anime and I loved it. I mean, amazing. So I'm going to be collecting this. 1 through 15 of The Demon Prince of Momochi House, which is almost fully completed. Then I have 1 through 8 of Waiting for Spring, which is like one of these series I picked up. I'm not really a fan of it, so I don't think I'll be collecting it anymore. I have volumes 1 through 11 of The Water Dragon's Bride, which is completed. I really like the series. It's pretty sweet and pretty cute, so It makes me feel like happy. Then I have one of my favorites, 1 through 23 of Yona of the Dawn, which when I first read this series, I wasn't a big fan of it because I thought the main character was pretty weak and just annoying. But now that I've actually read it and I'm complete or like up to date for the online, it's amazing. So definitely pick it up. Even if you aren't a fan of shoujo, I mean, like, it's not a typical one. It's a lot of historical fantasy. I mean, all of the characters are really compelling, so I would definitely recommend it for most people. Then I have volumes 1 and 2 of the Fruit Basket Collector's Edition. I don't think I'll ever read it. I just got it for the free posters. So, and then here are my random shoujo volumes. So, Your Name, Volume 3, Kamishima Kiss, 1 and 2. I'm not going to say that one because I don't know how to. Volume 1, Say I Love You, 1 and 2. Queen's Quality, Volume 1, My Little Monster, 1 and 2. Honey So Sweet, Mermaid Boy. So I actually read this one and I actually somewhat enjoy it. So I'm going to continue this one. I'd like to continue this one day. Kamishima Kiss I've already read online, but I'll probably like slowly pick up the physicals. And then Say I Love You, I read most of it online. I'll probably pick those up maybe. So, that's it for the shoujo shelf. Moving over here, I have what I would consider maybe like my shonen seinen shelf. I bet there's a few shoujo maybe scattered, I'm not certain, but it's kind of like all my other ones. So, I have volumes 1 through 12 of Ajin. Love this story. It's probably one of my favorites. I just didn't have as much room on that shelf, so I had to come over here. I have 1 to 3 of Bakemonogatari. I think I totally butchered that. But I picked it up because I've seen a lot of the anime and I prefer to read the manga. So, I mean, it's fine. I've enjoyed it. So then I have 1 through, I think, 25, if I'm not mistaken, of Black Butler. I have 1 through 5 of Boarding School Juliet. 1 through 10 of Bungo Stray Dogs. 1 through 2 of Dead Mount Deathplay, which I would recommend this one as well. It's a little bit more mature and it's got a good story. 1 through 9 of Dr. Stone. Volume 1 of Ghostly Things. I think I randomly picked this up. I don't know if I'll ever actually read it. 1 through 3 of Granoliers, which is a story by somebody who actually released a BL, but they ended up doing this one, and this one's just like I think it's shonen maybe, but it's basically like about people with like seeds and they like can morph into things, I think. So I've actually enjoyed it, just super slow releases. I have volumes 1 through 3 of Happy Sugar Life, which is actually one of my favorite series, I think, as well. It is so twisted and dark and I love it and it's amazing. I have 1 through 2 of I Hear the Sunspot, which is a pretty cute story. 1 through 3 of Inspectory, which is one that I watched the anime of, and then I'm just kind of picking up the volumes. Volume 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, maybe? Not certain, I think I butchered that. I haven't read this, so I can't say anything. 1 to 2 of Come You Can't Communicate. 1 through 4 of Livingstone. Volume 1 of Mythical Beast Investigator. Then I have Volume 1 through 9 of Number 6. Volume 1 of Nine Yankees. 1 through 4 of Parasite. 1 through 5 of Record of Grand Quest War. 1 through 8, and then 13 through 16 of Spice and Wolf. My objective this year is to try and fully complete Spice and Wolf, so I can actually read it. 1 through 6 of The Case Study of Anatus, which is a really good one. It's like a steampunk vampire type thing, so I would recommend this one. Then I have volumes 1 through 13 of The Promised Neverland. 1 through 12 of Witchcraft Works, which is surprisingly a series I like. But then over here it's kind of like my miscellaneous type stuff. So I've got volumes 1 through 10, or actually 1 through 2 of the first season, and then 1 through 10 of Rosario Vampire. I would like to finish completing this, and then these are like random ones. So volume 1 of Death Note, 1 through 3 of Blue Exorcist, 1 through 5 of, I cannot say that name, but volume 1 of Future Diary, 1 of Haikyuu, 1 through 3 of Kaguya-sama, Volume 1 of Pandora, Volume 1 of Servamps, and then up here I have 1 through 3 of Devils and Realists, 1 through 5 of Angels of Death, 1 of Assassination Classroom, oh, and I guess another volume of Haikyuu, the first volume of The Devil is a Part-Timer, 7 or 6 through 7 of The Royal Tutor, Volume 1 of To the Abandoned Sacred Beast, and 1 and 2 of Some Days Dreamers. So that's it for this shelf. Moving over to my last shelf, I have more of my big volumes in light novels. So starting off with light novels, I have 1 through 6 of Boogie Pop, the first light novel for Bungo Stray Dogs. Volume 1 of, let's see, Defeating the Demon Lord is a cinch if you've got a ringer. Long name. 1, 3, and 4 of The Devil's a Part-Timer. 1 through 4 of The Empty Box of Zeroth Maria, which is a highly recommend this one and Boogie Pop. All these other ones are alright, but this one's amazing. Volume 1 of World End. That is such a long title, I'm not reading it. So, over here I have the volumes 1 through 5 of The Bride of the Water God, which is one I would really like to pick up. It's actually a Korean manhwa, so it's got good artwork, but it's really hard to find, I found. I have volumes 1 through 2 of Cells at Work, 1 through 3 of Children of the Whales, 1 through 6 of Glenapere, which is a very interesting manga for sure, but it's pretty dark and I actually enjoy it, so. Volume 1 of Golden Kamuy, Volume 1 of Happiness, Volume 1 of JoJo, which is Part 3. Down here I have Kakegurui, 1 through 7, and then Volume 1 of Kakegurui Twin. Then I have Carnival, Volume 1 of No Guns Life, Volume 1 of O Maidens in Your Savage Season, which I do plan on collecting this. So then I have Volume 1 through 3 of The Phantom Tales of the Night, which is another highly recommend. It's really good. I really enjoy this one. Number 1 of Skull Face Bookseller, Hando-san. 1 through 2 of Tales of Wedding Rings, which is a series I've been trying to get rid of forever. I still have it. Then I have 1 through 2 of The Way of the Household Husband, which is a really good light comedy. Volume 1 of To Your Eternity. 1 through 6 of Around in the Grey World, which is one I didn't really like in the beginning, but I've definitely grown on it. I would recommend it. Volume 1 of Sleeping Beauty, or Wake Up Sleeping Beauty. 1 through 2 of Watakoi. And then down here is my Tokyo Ghoul one, so I've got 1 through 14 of the original Tokyo Ghoul, and then 1 through 15 of Tokyo Ghoul Re. As you can tell, I have space because I have not completed collecting Re yet. I have read Re, but I haven't been able to pick up the newest volumes. So that's it for my light novel slash big volumes, you could say. So that's it for my kind of 2020 manga collection. I have quite a good deal of figures, but I don't think I showed that for this video. But I hope you guys enjoy, and let me know what you would maybe like to see from this video, like in terms of like if I'm getting volumes, are you fine with me making like a just monthly one with like 5 volumes, or do they need to be like 15, 20? I don't I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely looking at starting to get back into collecting again and reading more, and I have a few like single volumes I need to get for some of my series I have, like new releases, so I definitely need to do things like that. But yeah, so you may randomly see like a singing cover on here, I'm not certain, but I'd like to try and continue to stay on YouTube, and I feel like my life has finally settled down enough where I can comfortably maybe record videos and feel like I have the motivation to, unless my business picks back up again really strong, then that might change. But as of right now, I'm gonna try, and I should be having some new volumes coming soon, so yeah. If you guys want me to keep making videos, then I will. And I have to say thank you to the people that through all of this and my kind of being gone would like comment on my videos still. I was really surprised to see that I still had like new subscribers and stuff. So, and like people kept commenting, like asking when the next video would be. So I have to say thank you, because if people weren't doing that, then I probably would have never recorded this video either, because I didn't actually think people still cared. So yeah, that is my kind of 2020 manga collection, and I'm really hoping this year to make 1,000 volumes. I think the last time I counted I had around 800 something. I think I still have volumes stored away, but I think I may never get them back. So I wanted to make a video with the volumes I still had. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a good rest of the day, and maybe I'll see you in the next video.